Is it wise to use the Wise Visa debit card when traveling abroad? Let's get into it and you'll find out.
When I got laid off October 7th, 2024, I was told that there was a potential that I could be brought back to work November 27th if there was enough students to have all 3 instructors working full time. Well, that turned out not to be the case, and so I tried to find a job. I have experience driving trucks, so getting a truck driving job is normally not difficult. But I applied at 11 different places. Well, first of all, some of them, I've always asked every one of them, I said, did you read my resume? Oh yeah. So you saw the part about where I'm going to Thailand on January 19th and I won't be returning until April? Oh, I missed that part. Let me look into that. And then they would tell me, oh yeah, I see that. And then they would tell me, okay, call us when you get back in April. Every one of them did the same thing. So who wants to hire somebody who they know is going away and going to be gone for months at a time? So I figured, well, what the heck, I'll just use the flex option on my Air Canada flight and see how much it's going to cost extra to leave earlier. And so that's what I did. It cost me $70 more to change my ticket from January 19th to I left December 1st. So as I mentioned, it was a wise idea that I've been purchasing the flex option through Air Canada. And I've been doing that ever since the pandemic because of all the problems I had trying to get back from Thailand in 2020. But the main purpose of this video is to tell you another wise idea. It's the Wise card, and there's a multitude of videos online about this. And I'm just adding mine to it. I put all of my available travel money onto my Wise card. It's a Visa debit card only, so you can use it like a Visa credit card, of course, if you have the funds available. I'm doing this because honestly, every year before I leave Canada, I tell my bank. I call the bank, I call the credit card companies I deal with, and even have them put a travel advisory on my accounts, okay? So they know I'm out of the country. So they don't freeze my cards, which has happened. I even got one of the banks to remove the 2-factor authentication so that they won't send a code to my cell phone, which they do in Canada, which is fine when I'm there, and I appreciate that. But here in Thailand, of course, my Canadian cell phone number is not working. First thing I want to do after I get my check bag and clear Thailand immigration is to go get a SIM card for my smartphone. Tell me in the comments below if you buy your SIM card at the airport or elsewhere. I've always did it at the airport for convenience sake. I know some of you will say, oh, that's way too expensive. But is it? I mean, if you go elsewhere, you know you have to travel to a shop that sells them, and I looked at them at the malls, and I see the same plans for the same price. The difference is once you have it, you can get a data plan for less. So I start out with the unlimited plan for 30 days because I always use my data as a hotspot for my laptop, and my wife piggybacks off of my data when she can't connect to the Wi-Fi that's around here. Then once I realize how much data that I've actually used in that first 30 days, then I go and buy a data plan for my next month based on what I used previously, and I usually get the 50 gigabyte data plan simply because it's usually enough for 30 days. 800 Thai baht, which is according to today's conversion is $23 US, give or take a couple pennies, and $33 Canadian. Boy, the Canadian dollar is taking a kicking, isn't it? I went to the ATM and pulled out Thai baht using the Wise card. First time ever in Thailand using it. and no issues. When you're offered at the ATM outside of your own country to use local conversion or your country's conversion, always choose the local, because if you use your country's conversion, you're going to get zinged twice. First of all, you're going to get charged an ATM fee, and your bank is going to charge you a conversion fee, and trust me, they always win on that number. So I loaded onto my Wise card Canadian money, but I took out Thai baht. So the conversion is already done for me, and I paid the ATM fee, and that's it. It was kind of on the high side. The less amount of money you take, the better, but I wanted to have enough money for the whole month, so I took a large amount, and hopefully don't have to take any more until next month. So while I waited for my flight from Bangkok to Chiang Rai, I knew the next thing I wanted to do was link a card to the Grab app. And for those of you who don't know, Grab is the same as Uber, but there is no Uber in Thailand anymore. Grab bought Uber a number of years ago. I remember there was Uber when I first started coming to Thailand, but not anymore. I tried to link my MasterCard, and guess what? They wanted to send an SMS code to my Canadian cell number. So I didn't bother trying the Visa. I knew I would probably be the same thing. So I just attached my Wise card, zero issue. When I got to Chiang Rai, my wife and stepdaughter met me at the airport. Nancy brought my wife on the motorbike, but she waited there with her because I had some stuff there. Nutch and I were going to spend the first night in Chiang Rai City. Nancy took back to home here some of the things that I had brought that I didn't need to be dragging around town with me. Gave her that bag, and away she went. The first time we needed to use the Grab app was when we were leaving Chiang Rai City, which was the next day, to come here to the house, and that's a 40-minute taxi ride. So I put the address in the Grab app, and then of course it searches for vehicles, and of course there's plenty, not an issue. And it told us what the price was. I think it was 560 or 580 Thai baht. So a rough guesstimate is $24 Canadian, $25 Canadian from Chiang Rai City to here. And like I said, it's approximately a 40-minute cab ride. You take a 40-minute cab ride anywhere in Canada, and do you think it's going to be $25? Or in the USA for that matter? I don't know. I haven't taken a cab, and actually, no, that's not true. My car broke down last summer, and I live exactly 12 minutes from where I work is how long it takes me to drive from home to work. $30 in a cab. And I had to do it 2 times because my car was in the shop. After a whole month in the shop, I finally took the car away from them because they couldn't figure out, or wouldn't figure out, or did figure out what was wrong, but didn't want to work on it. Thanks to Orit and Thelmar, these guys are geniuses, and they fixed the car, and I owe them a debt of gratitude because they did it under 2 hours. I'm still waiting to hear back from MasterCard, by the way. So the moral of this story is be wise when traveling. Use the Wise card for hassle-free money transactions. I will provide a link below this video. It's free to join, and we will both benefit if you use my link. Check to see what Wise can do for you. One of the features that I love absolutely the most is with the click of a button you can freeze your card and just as easily unfreeze it. And that's exactly what I do when I know what, like I took money out of the bank, I mean out of my account, not out of the bank, off my Wise card. I took money out and then I froze the card. I used the card for Grab app to get us from Chiang Rai City to here. And then I froze the card. So the card is sitting frozen, so hackers can't do nothing. It's just a safety feature in my never to be humble opinion. So stay connected with my channel, you know, by subscribing and clicking the bell for the notifications of upcoming content. All right. That's okay. He's doing fine. A lot of brown wires, or is it just my eyes?
A lot of brown wires, but your friend helped me that the brown wires now, each of them is supposed to have a mark on the wire itself to indicate which wire is which.
Alright, I said these wire